Hey everyone, welcome to a very special extra episode of 60 Cycle Hum. We're doing our Unska My Song, Unska This Song competition.
Un-ska'd.
Unska This Song. We got how many songs in, Steve?
I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 10 songs.
We've got an album.
Sent by 9 people.
For those not fully aware of what this is, we've been calling out on the podcast for about a month and a half now saying, record a cover of a song that was originally a ska song and completely un-ska'd. Make it a different genre.
There's some ska adjacents on here. We'll let you guys figure out which one those are, or maybe we'll tell you.
I haven't listened to any of these yet. Have you listened to any of them? So it's going to be like first impressions. I have been saying for a while that this is going to be a contest. We do have prizes, and the way it works is Steve and I are going to try to agree on first, second, and third place out of this 10-song group here. And then the first place winner is going to get to choose their first pick out of 5 different K-line pedals that I have here. I've got the Easy Driver, the Andes Overdrive, the Devilfish, which is a delay in chorus.
The Key West, it's an overdrive compressor.
And then the Brigade.
Yeah, I did
which is an overdrive.
I actually did the same thing looking at this. I thought it was the Porrigade.
Yeah, I was reading like, a P2.
That's not a word.
So first place gets to choose first, second place gets to choose second, and third place gets to choose third. Well, they don't get to choose anything. Well, I guess they do because there's extra here. Yeah, so everyone that wins gets a choice. They don't just get first choice. So that's for the first place guy. Okay, let's listen to the first song.
All right, this was sent by Lucas Servi. He says, not sure if you guys are joking or not. We were not joking.
This is not a joke. This is real.
About the ska songs that aren't in the style of ska, but I did a 70s Dylan cover of... Do you want all this information?
Yes, I do.
70s Dylan cover of Wrong Way by Sublime. This song is basically a ballad, so I figured it was the right one for the Dylan treatment. Nothing fancy, Mexican Strat, direct, using dumb GarageBand pedalboard stuff, acoustic through mic, MIDI organ, some other GarageBandy things, and some really Dylan-y stuff in here. I'll let you guys figure out the Dylan-y
I hope
Dylan
there's like
stuff.
A Cadillac ad written into it.
Oh, I should have.
Was it Cadillac that he shilled for?
I don't know. Shut up and listen to the song.
Oh my gosh, no.
Strong if I can, but I'm
took one note. This song is called Wrong Way. My note was yes. Yes, it is.
So much of the vocal inflection was spot on. The wrong way.
What the vocal made me think of is this is like Conan O'Brien doing an impression of Frank Caliendo, doing an impression of Jimmy Fallon, doing an impression of Bob Dylan.
I kind of wish the vocal...
But the problem is somehow that makes it the most Dylan.
I wish the vocal mix had been a little bit more on top of everything. But I thought I think that's the best one I've heard so far.
This was definitely the best one I've heard so far.
All right, on to the next one. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this one was sent by Ben from Laughing at Oblivion. We played something from him pretty recently, I think. He says, I thought I'd give the Unska My Song thing a try, so I've destroyed Rico by NoFX. I'm not familiar with that song.
I don't think I am either.
In a stoner indie grunge way, he talks about his band. A part of me is happy and thinks that this is good, and I'm proud of it, but more of me thinks it was probably terrible, and I have no idea what I was thinking or doing.
I can't wait.
Rico, try to understand. It really is that bad. It won't just go away. The party's over. It's past 2 o'clock. So it's about time we stopped. I see the can has been sucked dry. Cisco emptied into the aquarium. The fish all seem to float. The X-lax lines have doubled. The toilet's overflowed. We've had our fun, but now there's nothing left. We've got no place left to go.
So if this is a 3-minute song at a ska timing, this is going to end up being like a 10-minute song at this tempo.
Hold on.
Mr. President, please understand. It really is that bad. It won't just go away. It's just beginning. The ballots have been cast. We make like seaweed rats. Leave this sinking ship, leaving on the back. The things we never tried to disallow come back to haunt us now. Apple pie and Chevrolet. We've come to see the end. We all made this bed. Now we got nowhere to lay. Ladies and gentlemen, try and understand.
want to hear a little clip of the original song now to see if I am familiar with it. Oh, I guess it's not a super fast song then. Interesting. All right, on to the next one.
I liked it.
Steve likes it.
I liked it. It was definitely the best song that I've heard out of the last song that I heard.
I think I liked the Dylan one.
No, out of the last one song that I've listened to, it was the best one.
I see what you're saying.
This one was sent by the Sonoran Surfers. I am attaching an MP3 file of a loose, very short cover that I did of Goldfinger Superman in an instrumental surf kind of genre using a 2018 Parallel Universe Jag Strat through a Fender Deluxe Tone Master using the DI out. He used all 3 pickups for the rhythm parts and the neck pickup for the lead. Can you turn on all 3 pickups on that, I guess?
I guess so.
For the bass, he used a Squire VM Baritone Jazzmaster converted to a bass 6 and programmed drums.
Just for the record, I'm not cruising internet on my phone. I'm taking notes, just so you guys know. You're seeing me type on my phone. I'm taking notes on the songs.
I'm cruising. No, I
Steve
can't.
is playing some sort of cat game. I like the outro on that.
I don't remember that part of Superman. I felt like that was, the thing that they say about surf music is just
metal with
reverb. And I felt like that exemplified that in a lot of ways. Because that was like a third wave ska piece.
Totally. Goldfinger's a local guys, right?
I
feel like they have some sort of connection here.
Orange County, man.
Orange County, okay.
I don't know.
I feel like they had some sort of San Diego connection.
Goldfinger.
Oh, don't try to figure it out right now.
I looked up Goldfinger.
Well, what did that tell you?
The problem is now I'm looking at Goldfinger and it's going to give me James Bond. They're from LA.
Okay. We were going to play a show with them one time. Remember that?
Yeah, what happened?
We decided to play for a youth group instead. And I think it was still the correct decision.
Yeah, it was like a weird thing, right?
Yeah, it was just some tiny little dive bar. Okay, what's the next one?
This is another Lucas Servey song. He says, okay, I know I already did one, but this idea is so stupid. And by stupid, I mean awesome. So he says, obviously Goldfinger's Here in Your Bedroom was always meant to be a mopey Cure-esque goth pop song. So here it is. This time I used Duncan GarageBand's synth pop drummer, a 66 Tysco Del Rey through a Soul Food analog chorus, and I set a Fortiboard special. The reverb set on plate into a JTM 60 DI to interface DS1 for dirty parts. Same setup for backing vocals, singing into the pickups. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Fender Rascal for the bass. tune to E flat because that's where I usually tune, and I'm too lazy to change. But I feel that's something Robert Smith would do anyway. Robert Smith is host of Teletalks. Synth courtesy of GarageBand.
Yes. all the little Robert Smithisms and like hard nods.
Oh yeah,
it's like 80s new wave and like early kind of gothy genres. Like had me cracking up. It actually like it really fits that song. And it's kind of like kind of a rough take on that. But if you really spend the time to polish up that song in that style, you would be able to fool people and think that The Cure wrote it.
Oh, I was gonna say, like you send this song over to like Butch Vig for an afternoon.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he's bored and is just taking amateur recordings of Cure cover songs, of Goldfinger cover songs in the style of The Cure. That Butch Vig's just like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but I agree with you.
Butch Vig was like a producer for a bunch of like mid-90s grunge.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
That was really fun.
Like, or like send this to Steve Albini.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it every time that he was like, oh, so Robert Smith. Oh. And like,
I like
the build up into what would normally be a high note, and he dropped into like this like dissonant low note.
Yeah, where he's just, I still feel that same is like held out. So I still feel the same. And it's just like,
right.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks.
What's the next one?
All right, this one is from Aaron Griffith. He says, "Here's my submission. I chose Someday I Suppose by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. This was the first ska song I ever heard, and I fell in love with it instantly. Love a driving guitar with a good horn section. Here's the details. Like Steve, I too favor the long guitar. However, this time I chose my K upright for the long guitar parts. I recorded bit the Fishman pickup on the upright bass through a Sansamp bass DI, as well as miking the upright. I use a Fender Mexican Strat for the guitar parts, all through plugins on a Logic Pro X." Here we go.
It's time.
There was a place, and the name of the place escapes me. I can't remember. It irritates me. Could be I can't remember. Could be I choose to not. Let's move along this song and try to find a plot. There was a girl, and I don't know her name either. She gave me love, and I swore I'd never leave her. If I did, I'd come back someday and find her. Maybe I will. I should write down here on my one day. One day, who knows? Someday. Someday, I suppose, was the first that I was gonna write. I haven't yet, but there's still a chance I might like open book. That I still want to close. I'll find the time. Someday, I suppose, one day. One day, who knows? Someday. Someday, I suppose. There was a place, and the name of the place escapes me. I can't remember. It irritates me. Could be I can't remember. Could be I choose to not. Let's move along the song and let's try to find a plot. There was a girl, and I don't know her name either. She gave me love, and I swore I'd never leave her. If I did, I'd come back someday and find her. Maybe I will write down a reminder one day. One day, who knows? Someday. Someday, I suppose. One day. One day, who knows? Someday.
what this feels like, a lot of these songs, is like when you watch like a music documentary and they're like, oh, here's the first recording of this song, like the sketchpad version of this song before like all the iconic stuff got put in and it was like a different style. Like the melody is there, the hook is there, like it's just in a different style. It's like you can hear that Boss Tones thing going on in there without the ticka guitars and the horns and everything, you know? That's fun.
This one gave me some big They Might Be Giants vibes.
I can get that from the vocals and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the vocals and I think that like standalone, the standalone bass snare parts.
Yeah.
There's a very particular song that I can't remember the name of, but every time it hit, I was like, that sounds like this specific They Might Be Giants song.
Also, I've never actually sat and listened to the lyrics of that song before. It's kind of about nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's like, there was a girl, I can't remember her name or anything about her, but I loved her and maybe I'll find her again someday. Who knows? Who knows? That's the song. There was a place, I don't remember where. I don't remember where it was. Maybe I'll go back there someday. I don't know. Who knows? What's the next one?
This song is, I've never heard of this song. I haven't heard anything about this, but the Peter,
Yes.
Pete the Peter.
Petey.
He sent this and he says, the song is a one-hit wonder from the UK from the early 1980s. It's called Papa's Got a Brand New Pig Bag. The band is called Pig Bag, the original band. It says it's still one of my favorite ska songs. And you know that
Pig Bag?
Pig Bag. And you know that Pete is not an American because he spells favorite with a U. I'm not sure it was a hit in the US, but it was big in the UK ska scene of the time. The original is such an amazing song. Did you find it?
Oh, great. A Ritz commercial. Come on, YouTube.
You don't have YouTube Premium?
I don't. That sounds fun. I'll fast forward a little bit. Wow, this sounds freaky and jazzy. All right, lay it on us, man.
All right, he says, Pete the Palm and Caleb the Kiwi, both living in Australia, met a few years ago in Melbourne. They formed a friendship over guitar gear and played in an old man blues band together before Pete moved to Adelaide last year. All the guitar parts were recorded remotely and brought together in GarageBand.
Thank you for using the correct pronunciation
this is our
for
first recorded
European listeners.
collab. Well, they're in Australia, which I think that's also the correct pronunciation there. And now we need another project. It's amps or a Fender Deluxe Reverb 65 and a Marshall Valve State AVT 100. Squire Jag, Epi Les Paul, custom, bunch of stuff, pedals, whatever. Sorry, the more I get into this, the less I'm going to read your gear. Let's be honest. Papa's Got a Laid Back Pig Bag. That's what this one's called.
Ooh. I'm getting Blondie vibes. Kind of like Blondie meets Pink Floyd. That was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the best technical execution of all the songs so far. Like I'd throw that on like a, you know, in like a movie or TV show soundtrack sort of thing, like background music, like slow driving, cool music. What's the next one?
This one was sent by Chris Fasanella. This is a newer song, actually. He covered
A newer ska song?
a newer ska song. This is his cover of Kerosene by the Interrupters. Which
Ah.
is from like just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Which was written by the Interrupters and apparently Tim Armstrong from
Yeah. Rancid and what was the other band he was in?
I forget.
Damn it. I can't believe I can't remember.
The one that
Was it Operation Ivy?
Oh, you're going in that. Yeah, he's been. I mean, the problem is Tim.
He's been in
Armstrong's
everything.
Been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Because the one I was thinking of was
The one with the T?
the newer one, the supergroup one,
Right.
the Transplants.
Transplants. That's right.
But yeah, he was all.
I wanted
he
to
was
say
in,
the Transporters. I was like, that's a Jason Statham movie.
Yeah, he was in. He was in Op Ivy.
Yeah. He's got that voice. And then, you know, he helps write and produce this band or whatever that has the same voice.
I'm a match, she's kerosene. Knows she's gonna burn down everything. She's an arsonist and a pastime. And I've been burnt for the last time. Time. Whoa. I've been burnt for the last time.
kind of like a Western
Yeah,
take on
I
it.
just wanted like a slap. Needed a slap.
Or like a whip crack.
Whip crap would have been good. I was thinking I forgot what the instrument's called, but it's the cake.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
that would have been fun.
Definitely, that was right away I wrote down like this is Western vibes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Aaron Grabmeyer, rather not. He says, I try to think of what might be the opposite of genre from ska. So here's an instrumental lo-fi hip-hop cover of 241 by Real Big Fish, complete with artwork of lo-fi Stephen Ryan. You gotta put the... You know what this is referencing, yeah?
I know that is that lo-fi beats that you can study.
Yeah,
too
there's
thing.
always like a cat.
Right.
Apparently, just
Oh my gosh.
you gotta put that up here.
I will. I'll put it in the video.
Everything except the GarageBand MIDI drum set is tracked using a Gretsch baritone strung with bass 6 strings and a bigger Albi, which arrived just in time, relaxing beats to podcast to. Even the rain.
It sounds like the Albi.
Which setting is this? I think this is like setting 6.
I don't know if I remember that song
I
that's
don't.
being covered, but I like it.
I don't know.
I could relax and study to those lo-fi beats.
That's funny.
What's the next one?
This was sent by Matt Williams. He says, "Hi guys, I'm submitting my take on the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones impression that I get.
Here we go.
I went for a downbeat ballad, which is about as opposite of ska as I could imagine. I came up with the concept and created all the music. My friend Sam's lent. My friend Sam's.
You can do it, Steve. I believe in you.
My friend Sam lent her talents on the vocals. I used a green guitar to record one part. It was connected to a pedal and an amp as well. The rest of the music is made with beat boops on a computer. Here's a link for the higher quality WAV.
I'm looking forward to hearing that green guitar tone.
You know in the UK they call them WAVs?
Nope.
Yeah, the WAV file. It's weird.
Like Dodd.
Yeah. So instead of playing the WAV, I'm gonna play the oomph-3. I think that's what they call them there too.
No, you have the 3 it says how many times you have to say it. So it's
Dumb.
I feel like I'm waiting at the dentist's office right now.
Have you ever been close to tragedy?
Oh my
Or
gosh.
been close to folks who have? Have you ever felt a pain so powerful, so heavy you collapse? Well, I've never had to knock on wood, but I know someone who has, which makes me wonder if I should. It makes me wonder if I've never had to knock on wood, and I'm glad I haven't yet, because I'm sure it isn't good. That's the impression that I get.
This just makes me realize that Eric begs the question: is every Mighty Mighty Boss Tone song dumb?
There's a good possibility.
Have you ever had the odds stacked up so high you need a strength most don't possess? Or has it ever come down to do or die? You've got to rise above the rest. Well, I've never had to knock on wood, but I know someone who has, which makes me wonder if I could. It makes me wonder if I've never had to knock on wood, and I'm glad I haven't yet.
It almost feels Christian.
Because I'm sure it isn't good.
Like 80s Christian?
Yeah.
That's the impression that I get. I'm not a coward, I've just never been tested. I'd like to think that if I was, I would pass. Look at the tested and think there, but for the grace go, I might be a coward. I'm afraid of what I might find out.
I like that it doesn't go back to the chorus at the end.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hot take angle on covering that.
There's one more left.
I think
right?
the song, I think that was like a it's that whole thing where it's like, is it well executed? Absolutely. It's just like I've always known that song is like just a bunch of cliches strung together.
Well, yeah.
It's just like, wow, this is like, how many cliches are there really? There's many of them.
They're trying to use them all. You know, they're doing like the M. Night Shyamalan thing where like he wants to direct every style of movie that there is. Like they want to use every cliche across
Is
their
that
songs.
a M. Night Shyamalan?
I could say his name. Why can't you?
I'm just being lazy. M. Night
No,
Shyamalan.
he wants to like do one of every type of movie.
Okay, so he's discount Danny Boyle, or
But instead he just ends up doing dumb movies over and over again.
so is he discount Danny Boyle, or is Danny Boyle discount M. Night
I don't know.
Shyamalan?
How many are left? Is there one more left?
This is the
one
last
more.
one. Jonah Reeves. Jonah Reese sent us an email last night saying, "Is it too late?" And we said, "No, but tomorrow it will be." And so he sent this morning. He said, "Alrighty, I got it finished. Feel free to summarize the description if it's too long." And this is one of the shortest descriptions. I am Jonah the Destroyer, and this is my entry to the Unska My Song contest. Wrong Way by Sublime in a soft new age-like style.
Oh my gosh, the same song
I
we started with.
My Bugs Gear concert Eliuke, my Schecter Elite bass, my trusty old Casio SK1, my prize Baco Sandvikens Stradivarius musical saw. Is that a thing?
I guess so.
The song ended up coming out lovely abomination, worthy of the musical equivalent of the ignoble prize. I feel like that's the second time someone's referenced the ignoble prize in this, but maybe anyway. He says I'll post links to almost everybody gave a link to where you can hear more music. So I'll post those in the liner notes.
Cool.
Annie's 12 years old and tomorrow she'll be a whore. Nobody ever told her it's the wrong way. Don't be afraid, with a quickness you'll get laid. For your family get paid, it's the wrong way. I gave her all that I had to give. I'm gonna make it hard to live. Salty tears rolling down to her chin, and it ruins up the makeup I never wanted. Her cigarette rests between her lips, but I'm staring at her tits, it's the wrong way. Gone if I can, but I am only a man, so I take her to the can, it's the wrong way. The only family that she's ever had is her 7 horny brothers and a drunk ass
Being able to
dad.
really hear the lyrics
We
makes
needed
it a
money,
lot
so we
worse.
put her on the street. Everything was going fine until the day she met me. Happy, are you sad? Wanna shoot your dad? I'll do anything I can, it's the wrong way. We talk all night, tried to make it right. Believe me, shit was tight, it was the wrong way. So run away if you wanna stay, because I ain't here to make ya. Oh no, it's up to you what you really wanna do. Spend some time in America. Top style. She'll give you all that she's got to give, but I'm gonna make it hard to live. Big salty tears rolling down to her chin, and it smears up her makeup I never wanted. So we ran away, and I'm sorry when I say that straight to this very day it was the wrong way. She took a hike, don't matter if I like it or not, because she only wants the wrong way. I gave her all that I had to give, but she still wouldn't take it. Oh no, her 2 brown eyes are leaking like a sieve, and it still ruins the makeup I never wanted.
Oh my gosh, you guys for making me hear that song more than once today. Do we count Sublime as ska?
Nah, generally they kind of get lumped in there as just being
I think they had some songs with ska elements, so I guess it's fair.
they kind of got lumped in for being like Southern California reggae adjacent.
Right, right.
And it's like, you guys aren't really reggae, but you're not really punk, so we're gonna call you ska, even though maybe you're not. They have a couple, like Santeria has upstrokes on it.
Right.
Like there's definitely some heavy 2-tone influence on that song.
I'd say they're more ska than the Police. And the Police get kind of ska-ish every now and then.
Yeah, Walking on the Moon.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a rating system for this, Steve? Do you have your favorites?
I don't. I'm trying to figure out if the saw solo or the harmonica solo of Wrong Way was better.
Well, I think
Actually, I think Lucas's Here in Your Cure Room is definitely in my top 5, maybe my top 3.
okay.
So that would be one of them.
Well, list your favorite in order of favorites, or start at the bottom. Start like what's your pick your top 3 and say the bottom one first. To needlessly complicate this.
Wait, you want my top 3?
But I want the bottom one first.
The bottom one of my top 3.
Right.
Okay. I think the bottom one of my top 3 is.
This is where we're going to spend an hour fighting about who's going to be the winners.
I'm going to say Rico, the Laughing at Oblivion track, I think is the bottom of my top 3.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to do all
Yeah,
3
yeah,
of
go
them?
for it. Go, give me your list.
Then I think Matt Williams' Impression That I Get, and Lucas Servy's Here in Your Cure Room. I think that's my top 3.
Didn't you already say Here in Your Cure Room?
I said Here in Your Cure Room was in my top 5, maybe my top 3. I'm gonna.
Oh,
say
okay.
it's
Now I see.
the top of my top 3.
All right. The order for me is my third is the Dylan Style Sublime. My second is Pig. No, my second is no, it is Pig Bag. And then my third is Impression That I Get. I mean, first is Impression That I Get.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know how that lines up. I don't know how we pick a winner. Do we fight about it?
I don't know. We have one common song,
Which was
which was Impression That I Get. So
yeah.
I think that just becomes that's the number 1.
That's the winner.
That's your number 1.
yeah.
It was my number 3, but it's the only one we have in common.
So
So
what?
I think automatic. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually simplify the pedal selection part of this.
What was your number 2?
My number 2 was actually that was my number 2.
What was?
Impression That I Get. My number 3 was Rico.
And what was your number 1?
Here in Your Cure Room. So I think Lucas Servy is gonna win something no matter what.
Well, we'll let him pick over email. Right now we have to figure out who is second place and third place. So Here in Your Bedroom is your. I wish we had little things that we could, like.
We need
organize it.
beans. Put everybody's face. There's a picture of everybody's face, and we'll put a bean for every.
Okay, so Impression That I Get is first
Yeah. That's what I'm
because it
saying.
was your second. It was my first.
Yeah.
My second is Pig Bag. What was your first?
My first was Here in Your Cure Room.
So we need to decide between those two which was going to be second. So let's make our cases. I think Pig Bag had the most like
I think
the best technical production,
Yeah.
and I would probably be most likely to listen to that one
The
continuously.
I can do that. My only thing with that song, and this is completely, I guess, a complete bias thing, is like, it's hard when you don't know the source material.
Sure.
But as far as like, if this was a song that was sent in just for like the end of a show, I would be like, yeah, I'd listen to this all the time.
Right. No, the fact that I'm like, oh, I would totally use this in like video editing for like soundtrack
Right.
work or something like that. I mean, that's like my review.
So you
on
think
it.
that's number 2?
For me, it is, unless you can make a case for the other one outing it
I
or
don't.
overtaking it.
I don't. What's that? Here in Your Cure Room.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can. I don't think I can make an argument.
All right. So
I mean, I,
here
don't know.
you're-
I thought Here in Your Cure Room was like so spot on Robert Smith.
it was very funny
Um,
and very fun, and it
Yeah.
it really nailed. That's tough. It is tough. I thought that the Dylan Style Sublime one was very funny, but I think
Yeah.
I think you're right that Here in Your
I think
Cure
Here in Your
Room.
Cure Room was better than the Dylan style rock.
Yeah.
I think the mixing was better.
I agree with you. Well, not just the mixing, but I think there was a lot of humor in it that just slightly overtook it. Like they're close.
Right. Right.
The humor element,
I don't.
like
Oh, yeah. So okay, we'll go with Impression I Get for number 1.
okay,
We'll go with I'm down. Like I can buy your argument for Pig Bag, and then Lucas Servy. You sent us 2 songs. Both of them are pretty close, I think, to the top. So we're gonna make that number 3.
Here in your cure room is
Here
number
in your
3?
cure room / wrong way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture of this.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send the picture to all 3 of these guys and have them pick their top 3.
Well, you send it to the winner.
No.
Oh, okay,
Okay. If they pick their top 3, then the winner will get their number 1. And then we'll just go down. If like the number 1 for the next person doesn't conflict, then they'll get that. So it'll be easy to do that way.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we'll ship them out.
This was fun. We will come up with another
We will.
musical theme at some point.
Yeah, we need to brainstorm that a little bit. Comment down below if you're on YouTube. Tell us what you think the next musical theme should be, and we'll try to keep doing this as long as people are interested, and we'll have more prizes and stuff like that.
What do you think about like plush my metal?
I kind of really liked the first one we did, the Long December one,
Where everybody does the same song.
It was the same song. I think that was like...
It definitely makes it easier when everyone does the same song.
It makes it more of like an arms race, you know?
An arms race.
So maybe we'll pick a singular song. Maybe we'll pick like a pop song and like make a pop song metal or something like that.
I was going to say, I almost kind of want to, just make a pop song, whatever. Like it doesn't matter what genre it is.
Maybe
right?
if there's like a single song that's on this, like in pop culture in the next couple of weeks, that's just like, I can't get away from this. Like we have to defeat it by making it the thing.
But I don't think it has to be, I think genre limiting it. I don't want to genre limit it.
Right. No, but we can be like, we'll pick one song. So suggest a song down in the comments. We'll pick one song and then have everyone come up with a cover of it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Don't pick WAP, guys. Just don't. Don't pick WAP.
Oh, women as pastors?
Worship and praise?
Waffles and pancakes? That does sound nice. All right. Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Huge thanks to everyone who contributed, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.
Bye.